Here's a video of your 2021 369 Fuzion. You got some docking lights on the front. There's your switch right there, that black switch. You got some storage here, which is pretty unique. And then below this, you got your 5,500 watt Onan generator. That'll run everything inside the camper. Two 30-foot propane tanks. These are both full, ready to go. And then what happens, the lever up top will point to the tank that you run off initially. When that tank runs empty, it turns from clear to red. So if you walk up and it's clear, you're on the first tank. If it's red, you've already switched over to the next tank. As long as that's open, it'll do it automatically. And then here's your auto leveling system, powered up here. If you hit front, it raises the front, lowers the front. Same thing with the left, rear. You can extend them. You can do it all manually. You can also hit auto level, and it levels it all for you, front to back, side to side. That takes about 2 minutes. You can also retract all. It takes quite a bit of grade. Otherwise, if you have too much of a slope, that'll come on. If the battery's low, that'll come on. So that's kind of your leveling system. Here's your hydraulic fluid. That will operate the auto leveling system as well as any hydraulic slide outs. There's your 50 to 30 amp adapter. If you have 30 amps, you're limited to 1 AC. Otherwise, if you have 50, you can plug it in and run them both at the same time. There's your sewer hose. Electrical adapter, you can go from 30 to 15. If you got this on, you're pretty much without AC or microwave. I think everything else will be fine with that. You can charge your battery, run the fridge, lights, all that stuff. Battery disconnect. If you're not using it and you got it stored somewhere and not plugged in, then you can always remove that key and that disconnects the battery. Otherwise, stick it in, fully turn it clockwise position, and then that activates it. You got your sewer gate valves here for dumping the sewer tanks. So what you want to do is hook up there, pull the black out in the bottom, dump the waste. After the waste is dumped, come over here to the black tank flush and flush that tank out. So hook a hose up to here, open this up, hook a hose up, let it run a few minutes and it'll rinse that tank out. Just make sure the gate valve's open when you do that. Shut the flush off, close the valve, you're done with flushing the black tank out. The gray is soapy water, there's no flush for it. It's bathroom water, sink, kitchen sink, and shower. So you pull that and that'll kind of rinse the sewer hose out for you. So you do that last. If you want to winterize it, hook a hose up here, drop it into a gallon jug of winterization fluid. Bypass the water heater. We don't need to fill that up with winterization fluid. So just bypass it and drain it. And then again, run all the lines until you see paint coming out of it, including the outside shower, washer dryer hookups, things like that. Okay, right below it, your city water, or you can fill the tank from here. So hook your hose up, turn it on, you run off the pressure from the hose. Otherwise, you turn that valve to fill, and it fills your fresh water tank from this location. Now, if you're using the tank, you use the water pump. So there's a pump you turn on inside, it pressurizes the system, and then when you open a faucet, it'll pressurize and you'll get water. If you're hooked up to city, then you don't need it. It runs off the pressure from the hose. And then everything will feed up through the bottom. Take that cap off. Put that back on when you're done traveling. This kind of goes over winterizing, how to flush the black tank, all that kind of stuff. Gives you a little heads up here. All right, water heater runs off gas or electric. If you wanted to run off gas or electric, switches are inside. There's also a master electric switch outside. The factory tapes it off. So you got to turn that on before the electric will work. It's a good backup, so in case you winterized it and you drained it, you're taking that plug out. That keeps you from accidentally bumping it on or forgetting. That way you gotta come out here and turn it on too. You can also fill your freshwater tank from here. This is keyed and locked, which I like. Exhaust from Jenny. And then we've torqued the wheels at 120 foot-pounds. The factory did it. We've done it, but you should also check it. There's also a greaser in the center hub. So you can pop that off once in a great while. You can add some grease to it. You know, if I was on a long trip and I was filling up, I might check and feel the wheel. Make sure there's not one that's hotter than the other. Could be bearings, brakes, things like that. So that's something to keep an eye on. This is where your 50 amp cord plugs into. And then you got your generator fuel tank, and then you got your fuel pump tank. And then there's your fuel pump in there. And this turns it on. Roof maintenance, very important. You want to get in that roof every, I do it twice a year at least, minimum. Get up there, check for splits in the caulking, cracking, anything like that. If you do develop a crack, you want to cover it right away with some fresh caulk. You don't have to peel it. Put it right over the top of the existing caulk is what I would do. Then you got your awning that pops out. There's lights underneath it. You open this with a key. There's a solenoid here. So you just turn that and that opens it. There's also a manual backup inside. There's a yellow strap that hangs down. That's storage, just extra storage. You got 2 awnings on the side. So you got 1 off the back, 2 off the sides. And then you can hook a TV up out here. There's a refrigerator. There's the passive storage. There's your 50 amp cord, and then there's your vacuum hose accessories. And then, so you should have enough to do the whole coach. And then there's a transfer switch for the generator, transfers power from shore to electricity automatically. This is your in command. You have a digital touchscreen inside. And in case the jacks don't come up, the slide outs don't come in or out, you can open this up. And there's a selector knob. You select it's like front jack, rear jack, slide out 1, slide out 2, and awning 1, awning 2, awning 3. So you can get all that stuff in manually in case that computer system failed on you. And then your batteries in there. We got you a 100 amp hour deep cycle interstate battery. Outside speakers. These guys flip over, bar stools, super nice. Keys are on the faucet. Now you're gonna have a key for each door. There's a sticker behind the entrance door handle that tells you the number. So there's a key for the front door, there's a key for the rear door, there's a key for the storage doors, there's a key for the water storage, there's also a key for the back door. So there's about 5 sets of keys that come with it. Okay, at a glance, I can tell you the freshwater tank's about 1/3, the black, both grays, and the fuel station's empty. Water pump. Again, if you're using the fresh tank, use the pump. Water heater runs off gas, electric, or both. Interior lights, you can turn the majority of them on here. Exterior lights, security lights. Okay, so to get in the rest of it, that's all zeros right now, which you can change if you want to through settings. You can run the generator. Looks like they ran it for a little bit. You can start it here. There it goes. And then again, you can do your lights more individually type it this time. So the main switch on the front cover will turn everything on except for the awning lights. And then you got your hitch, you can raise and lower it. And then you got your heating, cooling. So this will do fan in the bedroom, the air conditioner. The air conditioners are ducted throughout. And then you got your living room AC. And then cool, this will also do the furnace. So cool, heat, auto, and then off. You also have a vent in the kitchen that opens and closes. And that is right here. So I'll hit open. There she goes. And if it rains, if it rains, you want to make sure you get up there and close. You want to push the button here and close it. All right. So that's your in-command control center. Tanks are heated, fresh black and gray tanks. So if you get some cold weather, kick those on and it'll keep your tanks from freezing up. You got your stove convection oven. Fireplace that'll kick out heat, it lights up. Above it you got your AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth radio. This one's pretty cool. You can control the volume inside, you can control the volume outside. So super nice stereo. You got heated seats, you got lights on them underneath and in the cup holders, and then there's a massager feature too. And this flips down, you get a cup holder, you got some USB chargers, electrical outlets, and then it also flips up so you can use it for seating. Refrigerator runs off gas or electric, so you turn it on here. That's your thermostat. 9 is going to be the coldest. So right now I'm on electric. I just straight off electric, that's it. Shut the generator off, unplug it, refrigerator shuts off. Propane, same way, you get on propane, you're all great. If it runs out or you don't have the bottles open, it will not work. This one's auto, so it'll start off on electricity. So we have electricity now, so it's on. If you lose power or become disconnected, it'll automatically switch over to propane. So start off on electricity. If you lose power, it switches over to gas. And there's your vacuum hose underneath there, your hookups. Got a pocket door. Also motion lights, so those come on when you get in the area. You want to lock the shower in the open position. Just swing this over here. That kind of locks it. It's for traveling. You got a king bed. Bedroom TV. There's your AC in the bedroom. You can open these vents up here and it'll blow right down on you. If you close it, it's going to push it through the whole trailer. Got your closets. Get these locked up. Washer dryer prepped, or just a big area where you can hold your stuff there. Okay. All right, second door slides over. This one's a slider. This one latches. That's the thermostat for the bedroom. Light switch. There's your AC up there. That's closed too, so it pushes through the whole trailer. Storage here. So your bunk ladder's up there. You can put books or whatever you want in here. TV also flips down, so it's on a bracket that'll actually drop down here, so you can hang out here and watch the TV. The bed, you can flip these in the bed position. Push the button, it'll raise it. Once you touch the top bunk, it'll push it up. Once you get it all the way up above that hole, there's 4 pins that come with it. You stick a pin in each corner, that holds the top bunk up, and then you can go ahead and bring it back down and that'll hold that up. So whenever you want the top bunk held up, use the bottom bunk, push it up, pin it, and bring it back down. Otherwise, if you're gonna use it for bunk beds, just leave the pins out and the top bunk stops there automatically. And then the bottom bunk, you lower it down until it touches the ground. You also got your ladder for the rear. And then you got a table for back here. And then a roll of carpet. And this one's also equipped with the 3 season doors.